I'm going to share with you my fourth from a top list of toxic thoughts that actually keep us from our goals to release weight off our body, stored energy off our body, fat, adipose tissue off our bodies. And we don't really realize that it's toxic. We actually think that it's helpful. This is the fourth of a series that I'm doing, and I'm going to share with you today number 4. Please like and subscribe to follow more of my content. It's free to do, and it helps support the page. Okay, so the fourth one that I'm going to share with you might surprise you. When you're thinking thoughts like, I just want to be healthy, you might think this is a really virtuous, I just want health. I just want to be healthy. That should be good, right? And that desire to be healthy will motivate me to get healthy and release the weight or just be healthier in general. But let's look at what it actually does from a brain science behavioral standpoint. When you think, I just want to be healthy, this is a thought. Thoughts are just meanings in our head that we assign to the facts in our life. Rob Freeha, he said to me, he was a coach that I used to have. He said to me, the quality of your life is only as good as the quality of the meanings that you connect to your life, that you apply to your life. And how do we apply meaning in our life? Is with our thoughts. Our thoughts are the meaning that we apply to our life. Most of us don't know that there are facts and then there are thoughts. We get them all jumbled up in our head. But once you become aware of your thinking and realize, oh, wait, I have about this many facts that I'm dealing with and this many thoughts, then you realize where your power lies. When you sift through the difference between fact and thought, then you can also start analyzing what are the thoughts that I have and what results are those thoughts bringing to me. When you think, I just want to be healthy, it's a thought. I'm going to put a T next to it. It's a thought. It's a thought that you've applied to your body. Now, I could say that it's a fact maybe that you desire to make changes in your body. I'm willing to give you that. But when you're thinking, I just want to be healthy, the question is, what feeling does it create? I just want to know if this thought creates the changes that you're seeking, the result that you want, your desired result. And if you're thinking, I just want to be healthy, and this thought has never helped create the result, then it's worth looking at. And I actually find that this thought is almost always, not every time, because every brain is different, but almost always is a toxic thought, because when you're thinking a thought like, I just want to be healthy, all of our thoughts create emotions. And our emotions have an energy to them. And with that energy, all of our actions are then fueled by those emotions. And you might think, well, what about when I'm pretending? Well, that's still an action you're taking from some emotion, whether you're aware of it or not. This is how it works to be human with a human brain. So when you're thinking, I just want to be healthy, the F or the feelings that creates, and it's going to be a little bit different, but oftentimes desperation, it usually has some type of desperation to it. Or sometimes it will bring some shame or guilt and other type emotions, maybe some judgment, or you might feel judged, self-judged. When you're in this place, when you're thinking, I just want to be healthy, and then you feel desperate to be healthy, or you feel shameful because you're not as healthy as you think you should be, or you're feeling guilt because of the same reason, or you're judging yourself as not having any element of health to you, then these type of emotions will not create the result that you want. Because when you're feeling desperate or shame or guilt or judgment, the type of actions that come from those emotions are not quality actions. They're not the kind of actions that will bring long-term results. Now, in the past, maybe you've thought this, and maybe this desperate type emotions may have fueled you to short-term changes, but those short-term changes do not change who you actually are, your actual mode of movement, your actual mode of being. Instead, we want to think thoughts that bring us emotions that will get us to where we want to go. So you're thinking, okay, Carrie, well, you're telling me that I shouldn't think I just want to be healthy, but what should I think instead? When you think I just want to be healthy, that puts it so far in the future without any like real grounding of what to do right now. So I have found in this instance what seems to be really helpful, and I have taught tens of thousands of women in my free workshops. In fact, if you go to the description, you'll see links to go join me in those. I'm doing another one next month. I wasn't going to do it next month, but I decided, what the heck? So you can join me there. And I've had hundreds of women that have hired me to help them with these thought processes. All right. So I know what I'm talking about. And when you're thinking, I just want to be healthy, it becomes elusive, and it's bringing about so many feelings that are low quality, what I'd call low frequency emotions, or downward spiraling emotions. They do not have the quality to create long-term change. And I found that a really helpful antidote to that, it's worked for me and it's worked for many, many other women, is to instead, because when you're thinking, I just want to be healthy, that doesn't get you to choose foods that support health more than maybe one meal. Instead, think in terms of, how do I want to feel tonight? How do I want to feel after this meal? How do I want to feel now? And when you think in terms of, how do I want to feel, it's a really good question, because now you're a little bit curious, and curiosity is a really good emotion. It's a really helpful tool to work with your brain with. And when you're like, how do I want to feel? Then you can answer that question. Usually it's, well, I want to feel well. I want to feel like I have energy. I want to feel like I want to show up. Now, there may be times where you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed and you don't care anymore. And that's another video that I can do. But for right now, when you think, instead of thinking, I just want to be healthy, instead thinking, how can I feel healthy today? What actions can I make in this next meal that will help me feel healthy from between this meal and that meal? When you think more present, more immediate, then we tend to not get all caught up in the brain drama that happens. Let me grab this. So I had a coach once named Lisa Martinalo. I don't think I'm saying her name right. Oh my dear. I'm sorry, Lisa. She compared our brain to a snow globe. And when our thoughts get moving, lots of our thoughts, it's like a snow globe. The thoughts begin swirling, just like the artificial snow in a snow globe. And one way that we can quiet the brain down so that we can make choices from a conscious, reasonable place and not from a lower toddler, survival obsessed place is by asking our brains really good questions to bring clarity. So when you think, how can I feel healthy today? And ask yourself that on repeat, what do I want to eat right now so I get to feel the way I want to feel? Then it seems that no longer am I feeling desperate or shame or judgment. Now you're feeling first curious, maybe creative, probably intentional, maybe empowered, lots of other emotions, right? These types of emotions are the quality type emotions that will change you from the inside out, that help you reroute and recreate new neural pathways in your brain. When you work from desperation, shame, guilt, judgment, those types of emotions, it's not those type of emotions. It doesn't work well with our brain. For those of you who haven't heard any of my other stuff, our brain, think of your brain in two parts. There's your conscious thinking self up here in your prefrontal cortex, and then there's your lower brain, which is survival obsessed. It's where your automated thinking occurs. Our prefrontal cortex programs the lower brain. It's been going on since we were born, except we haven't always been aware of it. What I teach women how to do is how to become aware of their lower brain functioning, how to separate who they really are, which is calm and confident and genuinely in control with food, genuinely has a great partnership with their bodies, how to separate that from this lower brain thinking. So if you're thinking, I just want to be healthy, and you're feeling desperate and judged, that is going to get the survival response of your brain activated. I'm judged, I'm feeling desperate. So that emotionally, your brain's already responding as if there is a real threat in your environment, and it's just been created by your thinking. If we want to create a healthy place with our body, a healthy relationship with food, a better tool, instead of thinking, I just want to be healthy, I just want to be thin, I just want to be strong, ask yourself, what can I do right now? What choices can I make right now to feel healthy today, strong today? And you ask yourself that over and over and over again. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe.